Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. I'm here at Berrubi Point at Port Stephens at the northern end of Stockton Beach, a beach which goes on for, I think it's 34 kilometres, a long beautiful beach which is bordered by wonderful sand dunes and a wonderful part of the world. I'm just amazed that I'm just down here at the beach, and I don't know if you can see behind me, but the golden sands that were once here are now all dark brown following the heavy rains that we had over the past couple of weeks. Those record rains that flooded the Port Stephens area has pushed a lot of soil into the estuary at Port Stephens and hence pushed it out to the ocean, and then the ocean has brought it back onto the shore here along this huge expanse of sand. And as you can see, it's fairly brown, which is interesting. It's extremely low tide at the moment. The sand is well packed. So what I'm going to do is go on a walk and talk. And I've got another book summary today to take you through. And the book summary is entitled Pitch Perfect by Bill McGowan, and it's a book which is focused on storytelling and presentation style. And the author makes a very valid point that at the end of the day, the most important thing we have to do in our life is to communicate, and to communicate well is a gift and a skill that we all need to build and enhance as best we can. So the author then kicks off the book here with a lovely quote. To be more thoughtful and selective, we need time, is what the author is suggesting. To be more thoughtful and selective, we need time. And to gain more time, we need to slow down. And it's as simple as that. And one of his key messages in terms of storytelling and presentation style is to slow it down. Slow it down so you can think about what you're saying, because you get one chance to communicate, and you get one chance to communicate effectively with people around you. And if you don't take the time to think it through, then you may say something that you may regret, because people tend to overshare, is what the author is suggesting. So the author then goes on to say, it's not what you say that impacts people. This is a real powerful point. It's not what you say that impacts people, but how you say it that makes the real difference, for the better or the worse. So how you say what you say, according to the author, is more powerful than what you're actually saying. So it's all about delivery, is the key message to kick off this book. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to deliver the right message to the right person with the right timing and in the right way. Let me just get across this little waterway here without getting too wet. Here we go. Let's step across here. So delivery is the key. So we need to be able to hit the sweet spot, and we only get a few chances to make a good, meaningful impact once again. And we mustn't underrate this advice, because there are a lot of people who just continue to blab and don't say very much at all. But what the author here is saying is that you get a few chances to hit the sweet spot, to capture somebody's attention and to capture somebody's heart, and you need to make the most of that limited opportunity. So communication skills make a big difference in our lives. So we need to take that on board, to understand it, to appreciate it, and to leverage from it. So you can learn communication skills, and you can learn to be a more effective communicator. And it's going to take me a long time to build my skills, even though I'm closing in on 900 vlogs. There are things that I can do a lot better and be less boring, as my daughter always tells me. So the next structured point to come out of this book is that if you want to be confident and avoid embarrassment in presentations and conversations, talk slower. Talk slower. Don't know if you can see this, but there's a structure here that's been put together on the beach. Following all the big rains, the beaches around this area are just full of timber and things that have been washed out into the ocean. And it's amazing that people always take an opportunity to express themselves and to turn things into structures. I love that. I just love the creativity of the people around here. So let's focus on this big lesson here, that it's important to talk slower. Because what happens is that when we're nervous and anxious, we tend to speak faster and longer, which is a giveaway. If you're bullshitting or if you're lying, then you're going to be talking faster, and you're going to be saying a lot more words to try and convince the people around you. So slow it down, and if you're talking fast and you're talking and you're throwing in lots and lots of words, sooner or later you're going to say something which is silly. So what the author here is saying is to slow it down, because by slowing it down, you sound more certain. Because if you're talking fast and just blabbing away, you tend to sound uncertain and neurotic, and it can cause problems or doubts in the other person's mind when they're communicating with you or trying to communicate with you. So don't be afraid of pausing, using the pregnant pause in your presentation and your conversation style, and taking your time to think about what you're about to say. I remember years ago when I was in my 30s working at IBM and then Telstra, I used to go to a number of presentations. There was a group called I forget what they're called now. What were they called? There were a group of actors that used to get together once a month and present and basically have a session where they networked. The Professional Speakers Association of New South Wales. That's the one. It came to me. I thought I wouldn't get it out. But they'd come together, and I'd go there and just listen to the presentations and pick up some tips. And there was one fellow there. His name was John. I forget his surname. A fairly senior sort of person. But whenever he'd get up and talk, regardless of what he talked about, he was slow, he was deliberate, and he would capture the audience's attention. He was one of those presenters where you could just sit and listen to for hours and hours. He just had a natural, beautiful conversation style that was just so engaging and so interesting. So the author then continues to remind us to slow it down, to structure our thinking, and just don't say things, but structure and be more deliberate in your presentation style, because how you say it and how you deliver it is more important than what you say. And the last point that the author makes in the book here is that spontaneity is tricky. and not very many people are good at just talking off the cuff. But it's one of those things that if you're prepared, and if you sit down and think it through before you chat, even making a few notes will help you. And the sort of things that you can talk about that everybody loves to hear, the commonly asked questions, the sort of questions that people commonly ask us in our lives, depending on our experience, on our life and what we do. They're the sorts of things that we can all talk about really, really well. So preparation is key. But the other important point, the final point from this book, is that it's really, really good to role play your presentations and test your material on other people, just to see how effective it is, how interesting it is, and to get some feedback before you go live. So thank you once again for joining me on this episode, the 801st episode of Jim's 5am Club, done in English, and I've done 61 in Greek, so I'm rapidly closing in on 900, and before I know it, God willing, I'll be in the 1000 vlog club. So I can't believe it. I honestly can't believe it. It started as a bit of an experiment during the COVID lockdown that we had back a year ago in May, and since then I've been able to just click over vlog after vlog after vlog and learn a huge amount. So for me it's been a massive benefit. I don't know if anybody else sees it as a benefit, but I've really enjoyed this vlog adventure. So let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and most importantly, let's pick up and learn and deliver better communication skills, because it's the most important thing that we'll ever have to do in our lives, communicating with our friends, our family, our work peers, and making an impact, being effective with our communication skills rather than being efficient. So thank you. Take care. Wishing you all the best. For those celebrating Easter today, Easter Sunday, wishing you peace, harmony, love, and may Jesus be in your life and be with you and your family. May the blessings of the church be part of all of us. So all the best. Take care. Philakia. And I look forward to coming to you again from a different location with a different message, a message of empowerment, so that we can be the wind beneath our wings, so that we can learn something new to get us through the morning, through the day, and something that we can live, learn, and pass it on. So thank you once again for taking the time to join me on this Voltula, and we'll see what else I can come up with today. Take care. Philakia. Bye.